Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back again with another live show on the channel. It is match review and player ratings from yesterday's 2-1 defeat against AC Milan. And unfortunately, we ended up crashing out of Europe completely yesterday as well. But do you know what? It's been a great experience. This is a learning curve for us. And I've no doubt we'll be back in the Champions League very, very soon as well. Got Tony with me tonight because Mason's at work. How you doing, Tony?
Not too bad apart from yesterday's result, Pete. I mean, it's not great, is it? But look, if you're not going to win the game, don't lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get into that once we get into the show. But look, last night wasn't great. That isn't a great AC Milan team. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that was it. You know the usual drill, guys. If you do enjoy tonight's show, remember to hit the thumbs up because it does keep us up those search results. So please do hit the likes if you do enjoy tonight's show. Please, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not, subscribe. And you really, really enjoy what goes on this channel week in, week out, remember to hit that subscribe button. It is completely free to do so, and it really does help make the channel grow as well. And of course, the bell notification because it will let you know whenever a live show or pre-recorded video does take place on the day. If you want to give something to the channel, super chats are available as well. And of course, if you want to consider becoming a member for just 99p a month, just hit the join button as well, and you'll be put into the next prize draw as well. We'll dive through a few comments have come in. Good evening, Lawrence. Lewis says, I'm gutted, but on the positive side, we can concentrate on the league and our players. Our players, have a bigger time to recover after games. Yep, that's it. Good evening, Bia. Hope you're well. Good evening, Philip. Hope you're well as well. This says good evening. And Mason's in the chat. He must be on his break from work. So, yeah. But, yeah, Tony, I mean, first off, we had them all. We were the much better side in that first half. AC Milan, I don't think, offered a threat in that first half. Apart from one shot that went wide.
Yeah, they were really poor. Let's be honest. I mean, look, we nearly got a goal early on when the ball came off Tomori, and Mike Maignan was getting a bit panicky in the goal, and he sort of got the ball, but we seemed to be on the front foot after that, and we seemed to be controlling that first half. We were definitely the better side in that first half. And then Joelinton took his goal really well. What a goal that was. I mean, what a hit as well.
That was fantastic yesterday.
Mind the assist from Miley was just as great. By the way.
Brilliant it was as well, wasn't it?
I thought Trippier looked all right in that first half as well.
I thought he did well. Yep. I really thought he did as well. I mean, there's some players that I am going to really criticise in this performed yesterday. One of them is Dubravka, and I've got to say the other one's going to be Miggy. I'm afraid we've got to talk about that first chance. We've got to talk about that chance that Miggy. All he has to do is put it on his right foot. That goes in the back of the net. Yeah. Why is this lad frightened to try his right foot?
Do you know, doesn't matter if he's not great with his right foot, even if he gets a touch on that, that's in the back of the net. But by the time he goes to get his left foot, the defender gets it clear. And, and this is the problem. And look, I've said this for a long while. I've said Mickey looks better on the left. You go back to that match at Old Trafford when obviously Target went off. Look, Miggy played on the left that night against Man United, and he was outstanding that night. He looked better on the left. And I've always said this, if you look back at his MLS days, a lot of his stats is when he plays on the left. When he first came to Newcastle, although he only had about 9 games under Rafa Benitez, where did Rafa play him? On the left.
Left, yeah.
And we know with Cabbage, he just played him here, there, and everywhere. He did not give a toss, really, where Miggy played. But, and I can see Eddie wants an inverted winger, but I'm sorry, he's not up to the task. And we need an upgrade on Miggy. And I'm not being
Yeah, I
critical
think
of
we
Miggy.
do.
And look, I know you've got to be careful what you say because a lot of fans will jump on your back. I've supported
You've got to be
Newcastle
honest,
since I was
though.
10 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, and I want to be an honest person. I've supported Newcastle since I was 10 years old.
Yep.
I'm 51 now, so that's 41 years. And I've been through the thick and the thin times. I've been through the rough. I know the 80s was really bad. And look, the thing is, right, the end of the day, we need a winger because you should have wingers who score goals. And that's what you need, a winger who scores.
Oh, I think Tony's just gone there a little bit.
Last year, some from outside the box, absolutely fantastic. But, you know, this year, he just doesn't seem the same player, totally different player to what he was last season.
And we've got to talk about his end product yesterday. It was non-existent yesterday, Tony. The crossing was shambolic. It couldn't barely beat the first man. And his left foot at times, it just went all over the place.
I mean, the thing is, Pete, I mean, look, the club have said to likes of Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest, if you want to buy Jacob Murphy in January, it'll cost you 20 to 25 million quid. Now, that's because Newcastle have got somebody else lined up to come in. That's why, because there's a lot of rumours going around that we're interested in the Juventus, who's on loan at Frosinone at the moment. And I don't know if he's only on loan there till January or whatever. And he's only 20-year-old. He's left-footed like Miggy. But his stats are much better than Miggy, so that's the thing. And even Foxy said on my show, because Foxy's good with his South American, and I said to Foxy, what's your thoughts on this guy? And he said, he's like Miggy, but better. He runs everywhere, but he's better than that. He's got a bit more end product to him than what Miggy has. He's started 13 games in Serie A for Frosinone, and he's got 6 goals and 1 assist.
Yep.
You want wingers to score goals.
I mean, how many goals has Miggy got this season? It's not very many, I know that.
No.
Good, but still proud of our team. Gave a fantastic effort. We did. That was the thing. The goalkeeper should be sent off. He was taking the absolute piss every time. You know, I had a feeling that was going to happen. That goalkeeper was trying to time waste. Was he? BS says
very good keeper he is, though, by the way.
Yeah, he is. AC Milan beat us with experience. We didn't finish our chances. They were looking to counter-attack late, and we didn't manage the danger. Yeah, we didn't. That was the thing. Right, another one I want to talk on is Dubravka. You look at his positioning again, Tony, particularly maybe the ones that Milan didn't score. The one that, who's he called? Their left winger.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo, that's it. And I know he missed the chance, but he's not making an attempt to try and make himself look big.
No, I mean, look, Dubravka, right? Now, on the WhatsApp group, we've got Rolly in there, and look, I've had to disagree with Rolly today because Rolly said, oh, well, the goals weren't Dubravka's fault, and I thought he was quite good with the possession. Now, look, last night, he didn't have an awful lot to do because, one, Milan weren't a great side. The 2 shots he had on target went in the back of the net. Yes, okay, his distribution might have been all right last night, the way he was getting stuff out, like the ball out and that, at times. But to me, I am not filled with confidence with Dubravka. Look, he's been a great servant to the club. Let's be honest. We got him for 4 million quid. He was a bargain. He's done well for us. You can categorically see why Nick Pope is number 1, well ahead. He's streets ahead of Dubravka.
Yep.
Now then, Now, I had a Man United fan called Macy, you know her quite well as well, Pete.
Yep.
When she was on my channel last year, she said to me, I'm so pleased you've took Dubravka back because I think he's absolute diabolically shite. And that was her exact words. She says he's crap. And I thought, wow, but you only played one game for Man United, so how can you judge him on that? But, but that's what she said. And so I mean, look, we didn't like the way Dubravka went to Man United.
No, we didn't.
He came back. He got integrated into the squad. But the thing is, I've looked at these 3 games. I used to be a goalkeeper myself, Pete, right? And so go back to the Everton game when Beto scores the 3rd goal.
Yep.
Why is Dubravka getting beat at his near post? He should be doing better than that. Against Spurs. Why the hell did he go in with his feet on Son? Why didn't he go down with his hands to try and get the ball? You don't go in with your feet at first as a goalkeeper. You go down with your hands. So I don't know what was going on there. And he looks very shaky to me in goal. Doesn't look right. It looks like he's past his best now. He's not Premier League standard no more.
He's 34 as well.
And I'm afraid, if he starts against Fulham, I'm fearful of that game. Fulham have just scored 10 goals in 2 games. And that's 5 of them are against West Ham. So if they can beat a team of West Ham's quality 5-0, then, coming to us, I don't like the sound of that on Saturday. And if Dubravka's in, they're going to be taking pot shots at him.
They will.
I'd rather start Karius on Saturday, if I'm honest.
So would I as well. This lad should be given a chance.
What we need to do is go and get De Gea in now. Get him into the training ground now and start playing him from January when the window opens. I mean, he's a free agent. It just means he can't play in the squad yet because we have to sort the squad places out. But get him in, De Gea. And I know, and look, I said this last night. Yes, I know people keep saying, oh, but he was on this amount of money at Man U. I don't care what he was on at Man United. The guy might take a pay cut to come. He's already said he's waiting for the Newcastle hierarchy to give him a call. David De Gea is waiting for Newcastle to give him the call, and he'll be here.
Yep.
Now, that to me suggests he's willing to take a pay cut.
Yeah, if we got him to the end of the season, fair enough.
And if he costs £6 million in wages to the end of the season, but maybe helps us out, gets us maybe back into the Champions League spot, maybe wins us a trophy like the Carabao Cup or whatever, you look at that and you think, wow, that's money well spent. Remember, Pope's not back till at least April, but that's depending how his recovery goes. He could be out for the rest of the season. And I don't want to go with Dubravka for the rest of the season. Absolutely.
Neither do I as well. Absolutely. Miggy really frustrated me. Terrible. Dubravka just not good enough as well. All the coulda, woulda, shoulders don't matter. Well, that's a reality. Time to concentrate on cups and league. Even in Pete and Tony, by the way, hope you're well. White Trout. Yeah, absolutely. We're now focusing on the league and the cups now that we're in. I know we need a new goalkeeper because I don't like Dubravka anymore, says Lewis. Yep, fair enough. Toon fan, hello, people. At the top of the game, you have to finish these chances. How many goals does Mo Salah score from that position? He scores a lot of them.
I mean, look, Bruno was unlucky. That was one hell of a shot and one hell of a save from Mike Mannion.
Tony, I think the internet's having a brain fault. Apparently, we're after a right wing from Ajax, says Mason. Okay, interesting. Even in PD, Tony, how he's doing tonight, lads? Very well. Hope you're well going. Definitely need to sign players in January with the right kind of quality and end product. Absolutely. And then Miggy, at the present, Miggy just doesn't have that at the moment. 4 goals, Sheffield United, Burnley, PSG, and Man United. Yep. Now, looks like 5th place might not be good enough for Champions League football this season. We'll have to wait and see. It's still open at the moment. There's still a long way to go. Gordon thinks we need to cash in on Miggy now. There's a lot of people saying it. We've just still not the squad yet. We've got a million miles ahead of ourselves. We've done beyond well, given where we've come from. Absolutely. Beard says it's time to go for the Kavicka. I can't pronounce it. Kvara Kushilia from Napoli. He'd cost a fortune. That's the thing, though, wouldn't he?
Kvaratskhelia, sorry, that's how you pronounce it. Kvaratskhelia.
Celia,
There you go.
Celia. Lewis thinks we need to get a goalkeeper as a backup for Nick. Yeah, I agree with that now. Sankias and get him on a Miggy's place, says White Trout. It's not a bad idea to look into that. How many career goals has even Miggy got? Well, I've lost count. To be honest. Karius deserves a chance. I think he does as well. It's a safe bet. Dubs plays v Fulham, but yes, he's shite. He's not the keeper he is anymore for me. 1-0 West Ham, says Lewis. We need some deadly strikers, probably instinctive strikers. He says, Harry, that back line needs to have sort itself out, though. Two of the last 3 games, they feel to stop players getting to by the line. Doesn't matter who is in the net. Remember the Bournemouth game? Absolutely, yes. Isak not real in his proper forward role, just seems to be tracking backwards. Yeah, I've got to say, Isak a little bit disappointing for me as well. I mean, yeah, the one shot which he blazed over the bar, but what did he do for the rest of the game?
Not a lot, really, but I don't think being on that left really suits him. I think he's more better up front.
Well, he is. But the last 2 games, Spurs, he was terrible. Everton, he did nothing as well.
Everton, we just didn't play well collectively as a team, though. Well, we were really poor that night. But, I mean, the thing is, we've now got to start putting sentiment aside. And what I mean by putting sentiment aside, now then, when it comes to transfer windows, whether it's, well, probably not January, but more the summer, what we've got to do in the summer is say, right, likes of Paul Dummett, likes of Matt Ritchie, the likes of Jamal Lascelles. Okay, Lascelles has done well, let's be honest. But is Lascelles the player to take it to the next level? Absolutely not.
Not anymore.
You want to get that next level, you've got to have that elite player. Now, the only way we do that is by upgrading these players. And I'm sorry, I know Lascelles out of contract at the end of summer and the end of season. You say to him, thank you for all you've done, Jamal. You've been great for the club. Go off and find yourself a new club and good luck for your future. Same with Ritchie, the same with Dummett. Ritchie may go on the coaching staff.
Yeah,
so, you know, that's a possibility. But Paul Dummett, thank you very much for your service. Off you go. Either go and play for a team lower in the Premier League or go and play in the Championship for somebody. Because he could do a good job for somebody in the Championship. Yeah, he
still could. I think he still could.
Yeah. But we need to start upgrading these players now. And the thing is, I've seen some... Look, I was a bit critical of Eddie last week, and I said, look, I'm not going to hide the fact, especially against Everton and the way the substitutions were. And like I said, Pete, when I came on your show on Thursday evening, on your watch-along, I did say to you, the first mistake Trippier made should have been hauled straight off. Lewis Hall should have come on, gone to left back, Tino to right back, and who knows, we possibly don't lose that game 3-0, you know? But because we had 2 mistakes by Trippier, another mistake on Sunday by Trippier, Lascelles made an error as well by not getting back for that goal. You know, we just gifted Spurs that 4-1 win. That flattered Spurs because they haven't played well.
No.
And the problem is, Eddie's not freshening the team up, in my opinion, because, look, I know we had Longstaff and Wilson back on the bench, but he could have rotated that squad. He could have played Kraft at centre back on Sunday. Or against Everton, he could have played Kraft at centre back, Dummett at centre back, Hall left back, Tino right back, just to freshen things up. Rest Trippier, rest Shea, rest Lascelles. You know, these players are being asked to play games every 3-4 days. And it's now impossible with the same team to keep going out there and performing to them high levels that Eddie wants them to perform at. And, you know, they're human beings, not machines at the end of the day. So we need to see... I know we haven't got the players to do it, but we should be rotating. Even if we'd played a few youngsters against Everton and got beat, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're resting some players. And that's what we should be doing, Pete, but we're not doing it. Eddie just wants to put that same 11 out there. And the problem is, by doing that, you could end up with a couple of injuries. And we don't want a couple of key players out. we don't want to see the likes of Joelinton and Bruno say picking up knocks because they're playing every 3 or 4 days, and then
No, we
they're out
don't.
for say 5 or 6 months, because then that's us screwed. So we got to learn to manage these carefully. Like Gordon came off last night he's probably coming off because of giving a rest ahead of Saturday rather. But I was just disappointed last night because I felt we should have took the draw. And I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you why we lost that game. Naivety, because we were too naive, because we were all gung-ho trying to get the 2-1 win to get through at the next round of the Champions League. Instead of holding on to what we had, if we'd held on to a draw, yes, we would have been dropping into the Europa League, which I would have had a problem with, because I said that before we started. If we drop in the Europa League, that's still successful in my opinion. And that is what we should have done. And at the end of the game, they're all sitting there in heads in their hands, because they knew we weren't going anywhere apart from out of Europe. And, and look, we hammered PSG there. And they're a much better team, let's be honest, than AC Milan.
Mm-hmm.
And AC Milan did clever things last night. If you watch them, like Musa, I think he brought down Isak. They're tactical fouls. Now, before they got that second goal, when Jovic had the ball, why didn't Bruno just bring him down outside the area? Yes, he might have picked up a yellow card for it, but they might not have scored from that free kick. It might went over the bar. We might have ended that game 1-1 and been in the Europa League. That's the difference. That's the difference. But that's where our experience needs to come in. You've got to start putting these tactical fouls in. AC Milan done quite a few of them last night. And that was just to break the game up, break the play up, and, disturb our rhythm. And that's what we should have done to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that or not.
Yeah, could have definitely well done that. Really, really could have. And, yeah. But we've got to talk the equaliser. I mean, it's a cracking assist from Giroud, like. But look at how much space Pulisic has got as well.
And again, just Dubravka do enough to try and stop the shot, though. That's the thing. He just seems to stick his legs out.
Yep, exactly. The suspension for Trippier will do him good. It will give him a proper rest. He deserves a rest now, Trippier. That's what he deserves, that rest now. So he'll get that, and he'll come back a fresher player. Something wrong with Isak? Doesn't look the same player. He hasn't at the moment. Miggy has 60 goals, 61 goals in all comps, so that does include goals scored in Paraguay, Argentina, and the USA. But I don't think it's massive amount at Newcastle. That's the thing, though. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're keeping well. Isak's attitude starting to stink, to be honest. Needs to really start to fix that. Hopefully he will. Karius misses his busting to move back to Italy. He could go in January. He could go still as well. Ian's has got me new jumper today, Pete. It's great wearing it now, Lord. Nice one, Ian. Good to see you've received that. So, again, well done. Good to see you've got it on. So, nice one, Ian. Hope it fits all right as well. So, good.
Has he got himself a Christmas jumper, has he?
Well, he won the one I was giving away. I was doing the members' prize draw on Friday. And it was a Christmas jumper, and I was giving that away, and Ian won it.
Oh, well done, Ian. Well done, mate.
So, yeah, because I've got myself a brand new one, and the other one that I've given that Ian's got now really wasn't starter fitters as well now. So this away form needs to dress too. We'll be mid-table if that's not sorted. Yeah, we need to sort that out as well. Very poor defender for equaliser. Lascelles, share slow to react. Yeah. The Italians are cheating, hacking bastards who cry innocent, but it works for the Euros worth. Yeah. Even in Pete and Tony, this will give us a massive chance the second half of the season in the league with players we be back. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, if it's great, Pete, that's great to hear, Ian.
I thought the referee, Danny Mackley, I thought he was actually quite good last night, quite decent.
I didn't think
he wasn't taking any shite.
No, he wasn't.
If you look at him, the way when they were trying to give him it, he was like, "No, I don't want to know. Go away," And when Mike Mannion, the goalkeeper, gave him the verbals, he quickly gave him a yellow card, and then he warned him, "Carry on, and you're going to be off eventually." He takes no crap. He's a good referee. I must admit. He really is. I've seen him referee a few games, and that's the type of referee we want in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's
someone who
absolutely.
takes no shite.
Definitely not at all. Yeah, I didn't think he was that bad yesterday. So, yeah. I'd like to see if Mary comes on, what she'll give the referee when we get to the player ratings. So, because I know she cannot stand a lot of these referees. Hi, Peter, Tony, how are you? Are we out at Champions League? Concentrate on FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and Premier League for, Newcastle United, Mag. Yeah, we under-recruited in the summer transfer window. It's a bit of a fail by management by not investing apart from the extended runs in the Cups. You all knew how many games we had to play this season. We know, but what's still biting us in the backside? FFP. That's the problem as well.
Yeah.
Hope you well, Ian. It's fine. Thing. I thought the same about ref Tony. No nonsense. Yeah, he looked like he didn't he? The referee at PSG was Alri until he conned the pen. Oh, yes.
Yeah. That penalty. If that penalty didn't happen, we would be in the Champions League second round now. We would have been, because that 2 points would have put us through.
Yep.
Because PSG would have had a point less.
The one of you.
See, Dortmund did their bit to help us last night. We just couldn't,
That was it.
And another thing, I mean, like Phillips saying there, we need to beat the Mackhams in the cup.
Yeah,
that's another thing. I do not want Dubravka between the sticks when we're playing Sunderland.
Oh, I hope not.
No. And we need to address that away form before we end up going there.
Billy says, good evening, Billy. Any truth Daniel Day-Lewis has signed up for the sequel movie about Miggy, just a left foot? I like it. I like it.
Billy. Billy cracks me up. He does.
He does. We took our chances. We'd be through. Can't blame anything else, really. We had the chance, yeah. Even Andrew's laughing at Billy's comments as well. So, yeah. But the killer goal, Tony, I mean, it was a painful one to take.
Yeah, a good goal by Chukwueze, by the way. I mean,
it was a good goal.
On the pitch long either. Dubravka flying in the air, but I think it was past him before he even dived, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
He's not going to do nothing about that. It was a good goal. But again, that goal came about when like up front in the pitch, like at the other end of the pitch, and the break was on. And we just didn't have the bodies to get back and defend that shot coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the killer, and I just thought after when that went in, I thought I had hope that yes, we might grab an equaliser here and end up in the Europa League, but we didn't, and they went on and won that game. And them winning that, and us letting them win that game the way we did, has saved their manager from the sack, because apparently, if he'd lost that game last night, he was going to be sacked. Because they weren't happy about losing to Atlanta on Sunday, so we saved his job. But I thought Burn was poor in that move as well. But again, Burn's just come back from an injury, so we can't really be too critical of Burn.
Yep. Crazy that only way win in the league is for Sheffield United, and it was. Something about a handball and foul on Callum Wilson. I'm not sure anything. I don't know anything about that.
No, there wasn't. It was quickly moved on that.
Dan Burns should have moved towards him before the pass for the second goal, but Dan Burns just come back as well. Do you think Dan Burns should have really came on last night?
I think Eddie wanted to give him some minutes, but I would have rather put Lewis Hall on, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's a conundrum about Lewis Hall. I don't know what's going on here, because he came on for a little bit against Tottenham. Now, I've seen some fans say, Lewis Hall don't look that good. Come on, the lad's not getting a chance, so how can you judge him? You can't really judge him. I mean, look at Matt when he was playing at Old Trafford. I thought he had a terrific game at Old Trafford. Brilliant. He scored a terrific goal. obviously Liverpool's been playing at left back, and Liverpool's been absolutely immense. And Southgate was at the game last night. So I hope he's going to look at Liverpool as a left back and hopefully picks Gordon as well. But look, I don't know what it is with Hall, but needs to make his mind up whether he wants Hall or not, because the lad's only 19 and you can't judge him on substitute appearances. Yes, he had that was a difficult game at Dortmund. He had that difficult 45 minutes where he got a yellow card, and yes, he got taken off at half time, which is fair enough because you don't want to get him another yellow card and have to be playing with 10 men against a great Dortmund side, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he's had a lot of minutes to prove himself. I think he needs to start some games. And do you know what? I would say start him on Saturday against Fulham, Lewis Hall. I really would. Because Liverpool's going to move to right back, isn't he?
Yep.
Unless they're going to play Kraft right back and put Liverpool left back. But I would rather play Lewis Hall and have two youngsters on the flank, on the full-backs.
So would I, actually, as well.
Yeah, but it's just, yeah. But I know it sounds awful, but I am fearful of that Fulham game now because they are in terrific form, and that is the thing. You know, they beat Forest 5-0, then they go and beat a good West Ham team 5-0. You know, it's settled for a great game, but if we're not on our A game, they could take us apart.
Gotta be. I mean, yeah. Who do you think else needs to come in for that Fulham game when we get to that? Longstaff, do you think he should be back in?
But how can you drop Miley? Miley's played well. You can't just take him out of the team. That's the thing.
That's a good point.
But then you've got to make sure you manage him and not burn him out, though. That's the thing. But again, you can't take him out of the team, so I think it's going to be hard for Longstaff to get back in that team as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
I think you take, well, I would say take Miggy up, but who's going to take his place? You know, really Matt Ritchie. I mean, the thing is, look, you look at Matt Ritchie. He come on against Spurs the other day, and you look at him, and if we're going to be a top level team or a top 4 team, you tell me how many of the top 4 teams in the Premier League would look to be bringing Matt Ritchie on in a game. Because I can count none.
No. Neither can I as well.
And that's no disrespect to Matt Ritchie, by the way.
Yeah, I agree. It was Stan still watching, but he wasn't ready to play. We did not deserve to lose last night, said Ian. Yeah, best referee we had past 3 games. Definitely can't judge Lewis yet. No, you can't. Southgate out. Sorry, force of habit. Lewis Hall needs to start on Saturday without a doubt. I agree. Yeah, the need to quote Steve Bruce saying way when referring to Man U on 5 Live. Ian, if the fashion police come to your house to get the jumper, remember they need a warrant. Why not try Longstaff in and Almiron with Miley possibly in the attacking position? Maybe. Okay, BA, thanks for that. I will make sure they have one. Why was he even 5 Live? I heard that too. And Andrew just welcome and Ron in the chat. Right, we'll go into player ratings now. So remember to get yours down in the live chat on what you would score the players from yesterday. I'll start with you, Tony. You may as well kick it off with Dubravka.
Oh, God. I mean, look, his distribution was good. Let's be honest, that was. But I just... Look, this guy was supposed to have had a bad shoulder. And also, he was ill. But it was funny how he was all of a sudden fit for that game. If I'm honest, I think he was panicking if Karius got in case Karius had a worldie last night and then he was dropped. For me, it doesn't fill me with confidence. You can see the defence don't trust him. If you watch the way they are, the defence don't trust Dubravka. But because his distribution was all right, I'm going to give him a 4.
Yeah, 4. I think that's a reasonable one. Yeah, I agree with that. There's a
Yeah.
lot of 4s coming there as well. There's 1-5 from Ian. Dubravka's a lot of 4 dubs of 4.
God, Ian's being generous, isn't he? It is
This is
Christmas,
what,
isn't it?
yeah, I suppose this is what I think he would go with for the team against Liam. Even White Trout's going for a 4 as well. So, 4 for dubs from White Trout as well. Right then, next one, Mr. Kieran Trippier. I thought Trippier did well yesterday. I thought. I'm surprised he didn't really do any mistakes at all. I really thought in the game yesterday. So I've got to say that's I thought that was pretty good from Trippier yesterday. He gets the long break, which he really, really needs. So hopefully that makes him come back as a really fresher player for the next game. I'll give Trippier a 7.
I'll go along with that, Pete.
Seen where's Tony
I'll go along
even
with
Phillips
that.
going for a 2.
Right.
Trippier a 6, says Ronald. Okay. Pierce going for a 2 for Dubravka. Trips to 6. Oh, Trips to 6. Trippier at 8 went wrong after he sent off Trips. And he goes Trips a 7. Okay then. Okay, back to you, Ian. Sorry, Tony. Jamal Lascelles.
Look. First off, he didn't have a lot of defend to do. Second off, he did, but I don't think he had the greatest game, in all honesty. Look, I think the Cells, like I say, I think the Cells has been good, but I think we need to agree on these players. I'm going to say a 5.
5, okay.
Yeah, I think that's about fair.
I thought Lascelles played well, I thought. Okay. Yeah, some 5s. Ooh, probably better if equalised against Rangers. So Lascelles a 6, a 4, a 5, a 5, a 5, a 6. Jamal, he's not really leading the line the way he should be. Lascelles, we really have to move on from him. We do in a way, don't we? And a 4 as well. Okay. Right then, I'll take
harsh, Andrew.
I'll take Mr. Fabian Schär. I thought Fabian Schär wasn't too bad as well. I mean, at times he did what he had to do. I thought maybe questions could he have done a little bit better for one of the goals. So I'm going to say a 6 for Fabian Schär.
That's about a fair enough score, I think, Pete.
Really hope Hull gets a start against Fulham with Tino right back. Yeah, I agree with that as well, Kane. For Schär a 5, 6, 6s, some 6s coming in as well. Oh, Paddy Perez has scored for Real Betis.
Oh.
Schär a 5, okay. Okay, and back to you, Tony.
He'll be celebrating.
Back to you, Tony, with the last of the back 4. Mr. Tino Livramento.
Do you know what? I didn't think he played too bad last night. I thought he tried to attack. I thought he got into some good positions. His defensive work, he got back as well. I thought he'd done all right, Livramento. I thought he was pretty decent last night. Yeah, I thought he was okay. He's one of the better players. I'm going to give him a 7.
Yep, 7, okay then. Yeah, I agree. Schär a 5, Lacadis crossfield balls recently play a 6. Feel Schär should have had a shot instead of trying a 1-2 with Isak just before the winning goal. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Tito was 6, Tito was 7, Livramento was 6 as well. Okay, next one. Oh, one more thing. Tino 7 mistakes didn't come down from his side. No, they didn't. So definitely. Tino 7 done his wing bombing value experience for him. Absolutely yes. Okay, right then. So into midfield now. I will start with Bruno. And I thought Bruno's game was fine after yesterday. He was very unlucky not to score, mind you. If that went in, that could have been something. But other than that, I thought he was fine, I thought. His older play was okay. I don't think he really put a foot wrong. So, do you know what? I'm going to give Bruno an 8. I thought he did very well yesterday.
Yeah. That's my thoughts exactly, Pete. I was thinking 8.
Yep, there's 3 8s coming from Ronald, Mighty Mag, and now Beer. Philip's going for a 7. Okay, then. Right then, Tony. So back to you, and you can take Mr. Big Joelinton.
Do you know what? I thought he was outstanding yesterday. He was bossing the midfield, getting the tackles in. His goal, absolutely fantastic. His goal, by the way. I thought he did really well in that midfield yesterday. He was brilliant. He was everywhere. I think by the end of the game, he was probably dead on his feet, in all honesty.
Yep.
But no, I thought he was absolutely terrific. And my man of the match by a country mile. I give him a 10.
Hey, okay then.
A 10, there you go.
12, there's a 9, there's a 9er coming from as well. Yep. Ooh, Joelinton 7, says Andrew.
7? Oh, Andrew, come on, you're being harsh now.
Yeah. Fantastic goal it was, wasn't it? The celebration was funny as well. Okay, last one in the midfield was Lewis Miley, and I thought he did very well as well yesterday. Lewis Miley did well for the first, set up the first goal. He's really getting better as a player now at this club. So I'm going to give Lewis Miley an 8. I thought he did very well yesterday for me. Very well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought he was terrific yesterday.
Goal, yeah. With the assist as well. West Ham. Miley said, only 8s or 9s with wins. We blew it, in my opinion, says Andrew. Okay, then. Miley an 8, Miley a 12, Miley an 8. Right, then, so we're going to attacking 3 now. Right, then. I'm thinking, should we go left or right? Young Miley 7 again, La Valuable in. And should we go left or right?
I'm getting.
Yes, go on, Tony. Take it away with Miggy.
Oh, I knew exactly where you were going, Pete. Miggy. Well, starters. What? He should have scored that goal. He should have been. He should have used his right foot rather than his left foot. Any kind of touch and it's in the back of the net. Doesn't have to be pitch perfect as long as it's in the back of the net. I thought he was terrible. I mean, look, his work rate's there. You can't question his work rate because his work rate's there. But you need more than work rate. You need goals. You need assists from a right winger. And we're just not seeing that at the moment from Mickey. And, you know, I look at the team and I think, who can we actually put in there ahead of him? And we haven't got anybody. And this is why he's getting game time. Because there's no competition for him because Murphy's out. I'm giving him a 3. I thought he was really poor yesterday. I'm sorry, people,
3,
I think he was really poor.
Yeah, I think 3's. Yeah, I don't think you can really go any higher than that. Kid burnt out. Miggy a 0, says Andrew. 4, 3. Andrew. Philip's going for a 1. Okay, then. Again. Oh, Miggy, nightmare 2. Miggy, 4, good energy and work rate, but the miss is a major error. It was, wasn't it? Miggy a 3. It's Christmas. He needs to stop this jelly leg crap, says White Trout. Fair enough, then. Okay. So it's back to me. Mr. Anthony Gordon. Do you know what? I thought Gordon was fine. I thought yesterday. I can understand why he came off quite early in the game. I think Eddie must want him kept for Saturday because he'll need to do the job as what a winger does as well. But I thought Gordon's shoulder play was fine. The way he was driving forward with the ball was okay as well. I'm going to say 6 for Gordon.
Yeah, I think that's about fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, there's some 6s coming in, actually. 6, yeah. 6 as well. Okay, the last one out the starting 11. And so the last one up front in the middle, Tony, Mr. Callum Wilson.
tried to get in the game. I don't think he done an awful lot, to be honest, Wilson, did he? I mean,
I thought Wilson was fine yesterday.
I mean, yeah, he was fine. He just didn't get the break, did he, in front of goal either? Yeah, look, I'll give Wilson a 6.
Okay,
he
yeah,
didn't get
fair
the
enough.
service, really, did he?
That's fair enough, yeah. Yeah. That's totally fair enough. Go on to 6. Oh, I'm not sure with some of these. Go on to 6 to 7. 4. Going to 6, he made the unusual pain in the arse of himself for the app. Yeah. Wilson 6 to get much supply. Yeah. Wilson a 5. Wilson a 5. Fladish needs more game time to sharpen. He does, doesn't he? So,
also in that goal with Gordon as well, if you remember, within the first minute, he done that tackle and put the ball out for a throw and got the crowd whipped up.
Yes, he did. 666 is Ronald. Yeah. I know what he's on about. Okay, so substitutions now. So we'll get into those. First one was Isak. And apart from that one chance which he just put over the bar, what else did he do throughout the game? Not a lot, unfortunately, which is very disappointing. Hopefully we'll get him back to see what he can do at some point. I believe we will. But again, it's just really disappointing again from Isak, unfortunately, yesterday. I'm going to say a 4 for Isak. Had the chance, but he just went missing the rest of the game, I thought.
God, you're being better than me because I was saying 3.
Oh, 3's a 4, 2. Ooh, 2. Bit satanic on our Lord's birthday month, lol. Isak a 2. Isak, is he on strike 2? Huh. Okay, then. Back to you, Tony. The next substitution was Dan Burn.
I think it was all about getting Dan Burn some minutes in his legs. He came on for Trippier. He did try to get a couple of moves going down the left, but do you know what? He just come back from injury. Not at his best, but again, like I say, he's just come back from an injury. He's come back well ahead of schedule as well. But yeah, I suppose he was in, some sort of blame for that goal as well. I'm going to say a 3 for Burn.
3? Oh, 3, wow. Okay, then. 3, okay, then. Isak a 1. Attitude is not conducive to team play and been like that too long now. Yeah, Burn 3 at most. 3, Burn. 2, error for goal. Burn 5, clock but needs sharp. And 2, Burn 3 due to poor defending for the Milan winner.
Yeah, that's why I've marked him down.
That's fair enough. Right, last substitution was Longstaff. He wasn't too bad when he come on, Longstaff. He is going to need a lot more games, a lot more minutes as well. But I didn't think Longstaff was that bad yesterday, I thought. He really, really wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
What could I give for Longstaff? I'm probably going to go with a 6 for Longstaff. He was all right. He needs some minutes in him.
I'd say a 5.
6. There's a couple of 5s come in. There's some 5s come in, yeah. 5, a 4, fair enough, yeah. Okay, that's all the players. So just a couple of things we need to mark now. So it's back to you, Tony. It's a referee.
Do you know what? I thought he had a decent game yesterday. And I liked his no-nonsense approach to the game. Taking no shite. And bossing the players and telling them who's in charge on that pitch. Even when they were going up to question him about fouls and that, he just pushed them away. I thought he was outstanding. I like Danny McAlee. I think he's a terrific referee. I really do. I've seen him in the World Cup refereeing. He's been on VAR as well, refereeing in the World Cup as a VAR ref. I think he's outstanding ref. I'm giving him a 9, Pete.
Okay, then. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a good run. Okay. Should have started then sub to freshen things. Sean 5, ref a 5, ref done well a 9, ref a 9, ref 8. I wish they were a bit more like him. Great ref. Referee 8 took no nonsense, did his job really. Yeah, absolutely. Ref a 4, changed the way he referred in the second half. Didn't want to give cards first, I'll then give him out like sweets in the second half. Nah, more Milan players should have been booked. Yep. Could have been. Okay, then. Next, I'll rate fans. Fans get a 10 as always. We kept going throughout that game. The atmosphere before the game was electric as well. And it's just what our fan base is all about. We kept going. We always kept going by the team. We still applauded the lads as well. We still showed our support as always. Even when it was after full time as well, we're still giving them a massive round of applause as well. So a 10 for our fans as always.
Yeah, I
Clotty's
totally
just
agree
put in
with
fans
that
of
one.
10, fans out of this will like Clotty support 10, fans of 6, so many empty seats in the 85 minutes. I know you'll get that. Fans 10 loyal as always, fans of 70 million, even if and the fans of 10 as well. And the last one, Tony.
Yeah, but I did. Oh, sorry, Pete. Yeah, I did see it on Twitter about the fans. And look, the thing is, what I saw on Twitter was there was one fan put, and then this lady, and look, she's got a fair point. She says, look, the reason I had to leave, I live in Northumberland. She says, the last bus is 10 past 10 and it gets packed. And she says, so you've got to make sure you get on that bus, because it's an hour and a half journey and there's no more buses after that. So if that's the case, I can see why. It is an 8 o'clock kickoff, so it is pretty late, though, Pete, isn't it? So
it is, yeah. If they've got to get away and get back to get home.
Yeah, and that's probably a lot of people are like that as well. So, but yeah, it wasn't great to see a few empty seats, but, maybe it was just the late night as well.
Could be. The team did us proud, it certainly did. Helpful for religiously sticking with Miggy and Dubs. Eddie is 6 sometimes I struggle to see with the tactical plan. Get into him for you, Tony. Eddie, how?
Yeah, look, I mean, he put the team out he thought was going to do well. I was disappointed Dubravka played, in all honesty. When I saw that team news, I really thought Karius was going to be starting that game. And look, we know this time he brought on early subs this time. But I don't want to criticise him too much because he's done a fantastic job for us. Look, he's been absolutely brilliant at the club. Got us out the ship where we were. Got us in the Champions League, which we didn't expect to see at all. So he's done very well in that in effects. I just think maybe is he going to have to start changing his formation because we've been worked out at 4-3-3. Does he have to change to different formations just to try and throw the other teams off the scent? Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to give him a 6 for last night, Eddie Howe.
Okay, then, yeah, fair enough, yeah. There's some 6
room for improvement.
That's it. Eddie Howe, 6, Petey a 2, Tony a 10, you biased person ever, Beer.
Thanks, Beer.
Horse 1 for being Geet Whoppers. Horse, good God, Andrew. So that's it. Yeah, again, it just wasn't to be. We're out of Europe, but you know what? It's a learning curve. We'll be back there soon. At least we're not going to have a lot of quick games now. We just didn't really have the squad to win. FFP is really biting us in the backside. Thank you, Mike Ashley. That's all I can say after that. So, yeah, that's the problem at the moment. Yeah, there'll be some of the rest of these players are playing for their futures now. And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these players were to be shifted on come the end of the season as well, particularly the ones coming out at the end of their contracts as well. So, but yeah, we focus on the league. We've got Fulham on Saturday. Let's get back to winning ways. I believe we could beat Fulham. Our record at home in the Premier League's been good as of late. So why can we not try and keep that up? It's going to be slightly hard, but who says we can't? Hopefully, we'll have some other players back. Fingers crossed. Let's see what Eddie says tomorrow in his press conference. You never know. Botman could be back. Barnes, maybe. We'll wait and see, I suppose. That's it. So, Minch, off now. Lads, take care. Cheers, Philip, for coming in. Minch, show lads, onwards and upwards. How are the lads? Today's the first time I read of a few new manager league. That should be noted, even though it is most likely Bull. I'm not paying attention, and I'm certainly not Eddie Howe out. Definitely no chance. Yeah, I had bad luck with Tonali and Barnes. Unfortunately, Barnes was just an unfortunate injury. Tonali, well...
Yeah. You talk about Manchester. I don't know if you saw today, though, Pete, on Sky Sports, Jim Ratcliffe, when he comes into Man United, he said he's already shortlisted Graham Potter to take over from Ten Hag. Although there's no plan to sack Ten Hag at the minute.
I've heard
Graham
about
Potter's
that.
high on the shortlist. But Graham Potter is high on the shortlist. And Man U've put a list up of players who are out and saying Rashford's got an illness. He hasn't got an illness, Rashford. It's because he's fell out with Ten Hag. That's another player Ten Hag's fell out with now. And Man U fans are shouting and screaming at the club that they want Mason Greenwood back and playing in the team because he's playing so well for Getafe. And he's possibly scored goal of the season in La Liga already this season. So,
Jesus, God almighty.
And apparently he's getting rave reviews, Mason Greenwood, and Man U fans want him back.
Can they really have him back after what he's been doing?
Well, technically, Pete, he hasn't been charged with anything, has he? So,
well, I don't know.
He was innocent. In a way, people
we don't know.
He's had a child with that. He's had a child with that woman as well now. So, you know, at the end of the day, if he hasn't been charged, you can't judge a guy on that, unfortunately, I don't think, anyway. But, you know, yes, I know we've seen this stuff and things like that going around.
We've heard the recordings, so...
End of the day, it's not our player, so we haven't got to worry about it. It's Man United. It's the club that keeps on giving, the gift that keeps on giving. Let Man U be the laughing stock.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised Ten Hag's still even in a job there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's completely out of his depth now. The need Man U
He's not
fans
a Premier League manager, Pete.
The Man U fans need to stop bullshitting about the Glaziers out and just look that Ten Hag is completely out of his depth and look who he's fallen out with. And he'll fall out with more players as well.
I mean, you look at Anthony, the bought for 85 million from Ten Hag's old club.
God.
Is Anthony another Miggy? Is he like Miggy? Is he better than Miggy? Or is he worse than Miggy?
Oh, I know Miggy's not playing well, but I think Miggy's a little bit better than him so far.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yes, the healing power of Turkey. Yes, the healing power of Turkey Ham and the full squad will be back in January. There'll be Matt Saka until they at least get all the players he wants / needs. It's pissing me off with Tonali. Like, hopefully he's back as a new fresh player. Potter should not take the Man U job. Not a bad manager, but the fans won't want him. He's done brilliant for Brighton. Yes, it's not gone well at Chelsea, but Chelsea are just in dire straits and are in a massive free fall at the moment.
Pochettino's struggling, and he's a cracking manager.
Potter should stick to Wizardry. We all judged Michael Barrymore. We did. If Greenwood came back, it would be crap anyway. That's what they do to players anyway. That is true. So there you are. Well, then we're going to start to wrap up the show now. Right, we'll let you know what we got coming up tomorrow. Mason will be doing the preview at 5:30 because I'm at work. It's my latest shift there tomorrow. So Mason will be doing the preview at 5:30 with someone. But I will be back for the Crazy Football Show tomorrow as well. Saturday we'll be at the game as well. There'll be quick thoughts and fan reactions. And Sunday will be the match review and the player rating show with myself and Mason then. So that's what we got coming up. What is it? It's all black and white TV got coming up next, Tony?
Yeah. There'll be the match preview tomorrow. Keep an eye out for that one. Whether it'll be with just me or will Rolly come on, I'm not sure. Because I don't think Rolly's too happy with me criticising Dubravka.
I don't think Dubravka.
But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, if a player's not playing well, I'm going to say they're not playing well, and I don't actually give a monkey shit at what anybody says. If somebody wants to come out and say to me, "You've got no right to do that," I'll say, "Well, actually, we have," because at the end of the day, if somebody does not play well, I am going to call them out.
Yeah, you've got to criticise him. You can do it constructively, not over the top, but you can be very constructive. That's all we can say. If they're not playing well, then we will say something about it. That's all we can say. White Chat says, "Cheers, Pete. Good to see you on." Tony, both gentlemen, thanks, chaps. Dubravka's been shite. He has.
So I've got that coming up, and then on Saturday I'll have the pre-match as well at around about 1:30, and that's where we look ahead to the Fulham game, and I'll bring you both lined up as I usually do. So do join me for that. If you're not going to the game, and as I say at the end of the day, if a player's not playing well, I'm going to say that player's not playing well. If a player plays well, I'll give the player praise. If a player doesn't play well, they'll get the critical report, because at the end of the day, it's about opinions, and that's what football's about, opinions. And
right there from Eric.
I don't know what's going on with our fan base at the moment. Cheers, but I don't know what's going on with our fan base at the moment. But look, it just seems like if you put something written out there, people are going to criticise you for it. And they're going to say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't be saying that because the club's in a different place now." Yes, we know that the club's in a different place. You've got to look at the ownership. Look at look at the different moves that's been made in the boardroom, the likes of Darren Eales, Dan Ashworth, etc. Look at the sponsorship that's coming in. Not small ones, huge sponsorship deals. We've got Adidas back, better than Castor, who are paying $5 million a year. Adidas are paying nearly 10 times that. So at the end of the day, yes, we do understand what's happening with the club. But at the end of the day, if people have criticism, like I criticised Eddie last week for the lack of subs and things like that, I'm sorry. If it's right to criticise, I'll criticise. If it's not, I won't criticise. But at the end of the day, it's all about opinions. And if people don't like me criticising, that's fair enough. But, we're all allowed to have our opinions at the end of the day. And
absolutely.
So that's all I want to say on that one anyway. But and yes, thank you very much as well, Eric. That's absolutely spot on, mate. Yeah, I just don't get why people are just. I mean, you've seen it on Twitter as well, Pete. I mean, look, why are people going on saying, "Oh, you can't criticise players and things like that for criticising anything about the club"? Yeah, of course you can.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah,
you don't have to agree, but at least just respect everyone's opinion. That's all we can say. Anyways, absolutely. Well then, guys. Remember, guys, if you have enjoyed, remember to hit the thumbs up, because it does keep us up those search results on YouTube. So please do smash the likes. If you have enjoyed tonight's show, please, again, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, please do smash that subscribe button. Completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. Our next target is 2,000 subscribers. Help us get there as soon as we can. We're under halfway to getting there now, and it's your support that's all going to matter by helping us get there. So please do show your support and to smash that subscribe button. And of course, the bell notification. It will let you know whenever a live short or pre-recorded video does take place on the day as well. So remember to hit the notification bell. And again, if you want to consider becoming a member for just 99p a month, just remember to hit the join button. And you will be put into the next prize draw. And if you want to make a donation to the channel, feel free to do so as well. These last 3 comments. Good night all. Take care, Andrew. Ronald as well. Away the lads. Goodbye, everyone. Let's get Peter to 2K. Cheers so much, White Trout. We'll see you later, Absolutely. Guys. Till next time. Away the lads.
Away the lads.